Hello, everyone. Good morning, good noon, good night, wherever you may be. Thanks for joining me. This is your girl, Markesha, with Manifest with Markesha, here to talk on another episode, video, podcast, wherever I upload this, manifestation. This is been a buzzword for a few years now, and everybody's jumping on the manifestation bandwagon. And I think it's more of just coming to a place where you are being aware of the things that we've been doing our entire life. So I'm here to talk the empowerment side of the development, the process of it all, more than the tips, the tricks, and the techniques. That's great. And I will always touch on those things, but I will really focus on the things where people lose sight of manifestation, where they lose trust and where they lose hope, essentially, in the manifestation process. And I think more than anything, we talk the end result, but we don't talk that interim phase. We talk about living in the end, but we don't talk about what that looks like in the interim. So I like to talk the interim stage. You're going to get a lot of interim stage from your girl, Keisha. So without further ado, I want to dive into this episode. Hopefully I won't keep you long. But if you are up for developing yourself and increasing your self-concept and, focusing more on that than anything else, then I'm here for you. And this podcast / video is for you. Let's jump into it. So what I was really thinking about talking about really is just kind of trusting the timing, trusting divine timing in your process of manifestation. Let me read my calendar. I have an inspirational calendar that my daughter gave me. And I feel like whenever I get ready to do a video and I look at the date and I look at the little words on it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted to talk about. So this is what synchronicities and confirmation. So this is my synchronicity and my confirmation. But it says, always play the long game. Manifestation, whether you realize it or not, it is the long game. It's not a quick gratification. Let me try 15 affirmations for 21 days and I'm it doesn't work like that. Let me just pop it in the microwave and this new thing happens, because there's so much that comes with manifesting. And part of it is understanding that it is the long game, because you're talking about going through a metamorphosis, essentially. You're talking about completely transforming who you are in the reality for which you live in. This is a transformative process that you will not look like who you are now from when you started versus where you end. So understanding that hopefully will help bring proper perspective in your manifestation process. When I think about a butterfly, we all know that butterflies have to go through a transformation process. They start off caterpillars. They little things that crawl on the ground and, got a whole lot of legs and, they're not butterflies, but they go into, their little cocoons and they, develop the little things that they need. I am not a science, biology, none of that stuff. So forgive my weird terms, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So you have these caterpillars when it's time to go through their transformation process. They go into isolation, essentially. They leave their little caterpillar friends. They go hide up under a leaf somewhere. And then the work begins in darkness and isolation, right? And during that process, they then transform to something that causes them to be able to fly high, essentially, because they turn into butterflies. They couldn't fly. Skies was not the limit why they were caterpillars. But when they transform, they could just spread their little butterfly wings and fly as high as they wanted to fly. We are no different in our transformation process from going to our low self-concept to a higher self-concept vibrating at a higher level, radiating at a higher frequency, to where we are attracting the love, the life, the health, the wealth, the abundance that we say we want. I put emphasis on the fact that we say we want that. Say. Because people say they want a lot of things, but they're not willing to put in the work necessary in order to get the thing that they're looking for, or that they say that they desire. And what I mean is, let's just use just regular stuff that everybody can relate to. I want to lose weight, but I like caramel macchiatos at Starbucks, and it's got like 700 calories in it. Once I add extra fluff and creamer and caramel and all that good stuff. So now I have a choice to make. Do I put down the coffee and go pick up some water and a salad? Or do I just affirm that I'm smaller? Do you see my point that I'm trying to make? This is not some get rich quick scheme. Manifestation is not a get rich quick scheme. It's a transformative way of life that starts first off in your mind. And when you change your mind, then everything outside of you has to change or reflect who you are. Going back to saying we say we want something in our manifestation process. Across my manifestation journey, from what I've discovered from people that I've personally coached, counseled, and in my own personal life, most people start off trying to get to manifestation because they went through a breakup. For me, it is funny how like the algorithm works on the internet. I went through a breakup some years ago, and I started Googling, how to get your ex back, right? And then for whatever reason, how to get your ex back coaches lead somewhere down to the manifestation process. And that's how that I kind of embarked on that, in terms of calling it manifestation. Before, I was just strictly calling it faith. If you know the scriptures in the Bible, they say that, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Same concept, called something different. Faith, manifestation, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. And then scripturally, faith without works is dead. So as the same concept with manifestation. When you get to say and affirming a certain thing, and then you turn around and you don't apply the necessary work to get to the manifestation, you'll never get to the manifestation. So I'll go back to the whole concept about timing. Understand that there is going to always be a pause between what you're trying to manifest and your manifestation. And during that pause is designed to bring your alignment together. It's designed to prepare you emotionally, mentally, and even logistically for what's to come. And if we do not allow that process to occur, it could be destructive for us, and we can end up worse off than we were before, because it'll dash your hope. It'll dash your belief. It'll dash a lot of it'll bring, sadness. And it can. Usually they say that disappointment comes when there are unfulfilled expectations. And if your expectation is that whatever you're trying to manifest does not come into fruition into your 3D, you can be like, oh my God, this doesn't work, or what's wrong with me, or something like that. But there's nothing wrong with you. The problem lies in the fact that the perspective is off, and that you don't understand thoroughly that there is a need for the delay between, or not a delay, or we can call it a divine delay. There is a divine delay necessary for the building process of your character and who you are, again, bringing you to your higher self, raising your self-concept, raising your vibrations, raising all those things to prepare you for what you're doing in the long run. Because where you are in the long run, whether it be money, whatever it is, you have to be able to sustain that stuff. And this is what I embark on doing. The whole reason I get on here and I talk is because I watch so many people in my life talk about achieving something and get lost during the process, because soon as the waiting period occurs, soon as there's a contradiction between what you say you want to what you're trying to, what you say you want to what you're seeing with your eyes, that's a wrap. People give up. They get disheartening, or they start just not being honest with themselves. They're like, okay, I'm good. I'm manifesting. I'm believing. But your whole actions and your words, they're not in alignment with your higher self. Because if you had what you already are saying you had, you wouldn't be like, oh, you wouldn't come from a state of lack. You wouldn't be in this lack mentality all the time. So timing is essential. Know that it's a part of the process. I'm going to, like, on this channel, I really am going to do a lot of focusing on proper perspective and ensuring that you understand, you guys, that you have to persevere. You have to be able to play the long game of manifestation so that you can be the best version of yourself possible for everything that you're desiring in life, to have the life, the love, the success, the health, the wealth, and the abundance that you not only want, but you deserve. It's your birthright to have all those things. Unfortunately, life and its experiences have tainted our view on the fact that we deserve these things. And once you can truly, truly at your core, not just say it, but believe it at your core that those things are deserving, then guess what? The rest of the world has to come into alignment with that. Trust the process. There's a necessity in pausing. That delay is necessary for building you up, making the best you that you could possibly be so that you can have the life you deserve. That's all I got for now, guys. Continue to be encouraged. Continue to feel empowered. I send nothing but good vibes your way so that you can feel the love and encouragement. And if nobody told you they love you today, I love you. You guys got this. We're connected energetically. So I'm sending my energy out on high vibrations so that you can continue on and put one foot in front of the other, knowing that regardless of what you see with your eyes, keep pressing forward. And it's going to come to pass. It's going to come into your 3D. So stay encouraged out there, you guys. This is your girl signing out. We'll come back on another day with another episode talking all things empowerment. I love you. Have a good morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be. Peace.